嫉妒我过得比以前好，看着我秀，耍个小飞不打一时有余，店里的人都往我这里投，把我地位占了左右，推荐最昂贵的商品，Coco Chanel 会上瘾。
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've
never heard that
you're
before.
acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
The Staples Center filled to capacity. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And it goes without saying, with Gallinari back in good health, they are extremely excited to have them in the lineup.
Well, they had lost a lot off their fastball when he was on the sideline with that injury, guys. And things really started to unravel for them shortly after he got hurt, and they just couldn't piece it back together.
Everyone knew his absence would impact this team in one way or another, but it was terrible. They're obviously glad to have him back.
And both these teams, Brant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps the fast break game.
Good point. Now Golden State's starting five. Thompson and Durant fill out the perimeter. Bell is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Curry in at the one spot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, this roster for the Clippers is in transition, no doubt about it. You think of the franchise's history, plenty of dysfunction, but over the last 5 or 6 years, they've been the best team in LA. Now it's a time for them to reset, try to find some new stars to carry it forward.
And he makes both free throws. And Brent, you look at the Clippers ownership group, the front office, the coaching staff. It's a different story now from days past, isn't it?
Well, it just feels a little bit more stable. It just feels like they want to compete at the highest level, and they will do the things necessary to commit to winning. And we've seen that happen pretty quickly for the Clippers.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA, where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's Durant. His last outing, 16 points for him. Out of hand on it. Harris looking it over. Over Bell. A nice shot by Harris.
Beautiful in the mid-range there. Sometimes it looks automatic for Tobias Harris.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Outside Curry. The pass to Durant. 6 to shoot.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, the Warriors returning to San Francisco next season after 48 years in Oakland. That new arena in Mission Bay getting finished up, polished up, fresh paint. It's looking good there. Hopefully it'll be just as rocking as Oracle Arena has been for this many years.
Now here is Harris. He just could not put it together in that loss to Denver.
Tobias there taking the contact, still leaning with it, scores it.
Here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Harris. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Bell. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 7. It's Durant on the wing. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Curry with the defensive effort.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now here's Durant. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
Now here is Harris. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. Number 5, the Warriors.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. Outside Durant from past the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Durant's got 6.
From way, way downtown, Durant truly knows no limits.
Harris. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Here's Curry. Here's Cousins. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Well, the edge to Cousins rebounding, you're okay with it if it shows up in the way he goes about his business on the glass.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And simply put, they couldn't score. They never got completely in sync in that one.
This is when you look at the opposition and give them some credit with their defensive effort, just a higher level of energy and focus. They were disruptive.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. Here's Harris. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, Tobias, too strong. Gets inside, not going to be denied.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
And it's good for 2.
A bonus when Avery Bradley is finding ways to score inside. He's got to keep working on his interior game.
Thompson against Bradley. Durant for 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And 11 points for Kevin Durant. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Livingston. High post try. Cousins pulls it in. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Livingston finds Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
This is what Durant does best, a natural-born scorer, and that combination of size, speed, and length can't slow it down.
Harris, good.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Pass to Bell. Count it. Bell's got his first points in this one.
That's a high percentage score for Jordan Bell, who takes high percentage shots.
Pass to Harrell. Poked away. Inside. And Durant sends it back. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Bell. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Gallinari. On the wing, Harris. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And Durant sends it back. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. No good from Bell.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
In the corner, Bradley with it. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Bradley's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
That's a tricky shot for anybody to defend. Avery Bradley comes in with the floater, and a nice teardrop there.
Livingston with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Durant dishes to Thompson. Back to Durant. Shoots over Bradley. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Thompson.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Livingston. Passes it to Harris. Over Bell. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll return shortly. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, you know, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, you know, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
Gilgeous-Alexander and Bradley pair up at the 1 and the 2. Chandler Parsons out there with Luke Mbamute. And it's Scott in at center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
Now, here's Livingston. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Lou Williams is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry's checked in for Golden State. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Ingram wide open. No good with the triple. The Clippers trail. To the inside. Here's Scott. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Jones. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Lou Williams. Shot clock at 6, and it goes down 2 points. Ingram's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Warriors.
And the touch from Ingram on the jumper. No way anyone can stop that from going in.
Bradley kicks to Mbamute. Back to Bradley. Shoots a 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Warriors leading by 4. Well, Luke Mbamute, a defensive specialist out of UCLA.
You know, he's probably a natural small forward, but this is a guy that can defend literally 1 through 5. I mean, his offensive confidence has also grown through the years and starting to develop a reliable three-point shot, even making some plays from time to time off the dribble.
The Warriors have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. And the first one at the line is good. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Now here's Curry. following the miss by Lou Williams. Iguodala the pass to Curry over Williams. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. Curry's got his first points of the night.
Well, it's amazing that Steph can shoot where he shoots from, and the ball still looks like it's a soft finish around the rim.
Parsons for three, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Curry kicks to Ingram. Over Mbamute, and it's Golden State with another.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
And there's the pass to Parsons. A three-pointer, no good. Warriors leading by 6. Pass to Ingram. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. The shot by Curry, no good.
He can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Good work there as it goes.
Don't think about Avery Bradley being an unselfish player, but when he makes reads like that, it feeds his confidence as a playmaker.
Outside Curry. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Williams. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Parsons for 3. A shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. Number 5, the Warriors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
The first one falls.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Harris is checked in for Mbamute. Alinari comes in for Parsons. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Golden State also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Damian Jones. And it's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. The feed to Harris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harris has got 11 points.
Now, Harris at 6'9" is a big body, and the defense has got to do a better job of pushing him outside the paint.
Now here's Cousins. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Now here is Harris after the miss from Stephen Curry.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
There's the dish to Scott. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Williams against Thompson. Williams finds Harris. Sends it back. Here's Ingram. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 9.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari against Ingram. Off the left rim and out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Curry passes to Looney. Over Harris. The shot by Looney, no good. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Kept alive. Scott, and the layup falls.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
It's hauled in by the Clippers. Gallinari's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors. Williams against Thompson. Now here's Williams. Double team on Williams. It's deflected and stolen by Cousins. For 3, Ingram. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Andre, how have you guys established things in the first half?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
We'll see if you keep talking in the second half. Thanks, Andre. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 block shots, and 1 rebound. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
I have to admit it, I did not see this coming. They've done more than just hanging there. They've been a better team in a few areas. They just can't rest on this lead, though. Now the real work begins.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We welcome you back with a view of the 110 freeway cutting right through downtown Los Angeles. Never a shortage of traffic on that stretch of road. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Clippers trail by 9. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Bell. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Such a smooth scorer, Tobias Harris, making that look easy.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
Lou Williams is in that category.
The shot's good.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Harrell, that's good. And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
How about Curry angling his body perfectly on that shot, going straight into the contact. Those free throws are automatic.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good by Curry.
And what you love about Steph right here is just the winning mentality. He's a champion that gives up a lot of his game in order for greater team success.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, D.A., he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 8. Thompson outside. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Klay Thompson takes a ton of pride in the catch-and-shoot game. His release is lightning quick.
Harrell kicks to Williams. Back to Harrell. 5 on the clock. Harris inside the line. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And Harris, a polished shooter. Good form on that one.
Curry dishes to Durant. Passes to Bell. Back to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
I like to see KD when he just elongates like that. Gets all the way up to the rim for an easy throwdown.
Los Angeles calls timeout. For the Clippers, Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Harris. Chandler Parsons comes in for Gallinari. And it's Avery Bradley in for Williams. Then for the Warriors, James Johnson's checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Harrell. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the foul on Jordan Bell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harrell kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. It's stolen by Livingston. Harrell against Bell. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbah-a-Moute. That's his first foul. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. The pass to Bell. He kicks it to Johnson. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Harrell. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Livingston. Clock at 4. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
And so here are the Clippers.
The underrated part of Kevin Durant's game, his length and timing affecting shots.
Here's Bell. Bradley with some nice D.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
The three. It's rebounded by Durant.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, easy call.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
At the line for two.
And he makes the first. Mike Scott's checked in for the Clippers. And Mbah-a-Moute drops them both. And so here is Golden State. It's a 5-point game. Livingston passes to Bell. Down low. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. One of the best NBA athletes of his era, Andre Iguodala, and still you could make the case, Brent, it's his intelligence that's his strongest attribute.
And most of the time, the comments from Steve Kerr or Ron Adams, the defensive guru on the coaching staff, talk about how Andre Iguodala is a coach on the floor. So he's been a great mentor for Klay Thompson and some of the younger players who are coming up and coming along with the Warriors to talk to them about how he thinks, what he sees, and what he does. Big reason why the Warriors have won multiple titles.
And the Clippers have possession after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Elbow shot. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for Golden State. 3-point lead. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. Then it'll be a home game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now here's Durant. He's got 19. Back to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
That's just a mindset right there from James Johnson. You challenge him in the painted area all you want. He's going to go right back at you.
Bradley kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. Back to Bradley. And here's Mbah-a-Moute. 6 on the shot clock. Parsons' shot is off. Lets it fly. Mbah-a-Moute pulls it in. Clippers trail by 5. And it's Bradley off the drive. And it falls over the rim and in. Bradley's got 6.
Avery Bradley roaming around looking for some space to shoot, and he finally got it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Some changes. Damian Jones is checked in for Bell. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Johnson. 1:14 left in the third. Jones finds Livingston. Back to Jones. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles. The Warriors have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That free throw, no good. For the Clippers, Harris comes in for Mba'amoute. Lou Williams is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Clippers trail by 3. Harris kicks to Parsons. The kick out to Scott. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Thompson in the corner. Misses the 3. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. To the paint. Here's Scott, and finished off by Scott.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Livingston. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Thompson for 3. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet.
That's Klay Thompson thinking the game out right there. Maybe it's in the DNA.
Now here's Williams. He's covered by Livingston. They get it back. Scott banked in off the glass. Scott's got 13 points.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Thompson from long range. Off target.
Yeah, that's the calling card of Avery Bradley. He hands it over to you, and on the back it says Tenacious D.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Warriors leading. Bradley and Gallinari are the wingmen. Harris is out there with Scott, and it's Williams at the points. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Durant over Gallinari. Curry passes to Cousins. Durant deciding where to go with it. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harris has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Williams. No good. That would have tied it.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
It's stolen by Harris. To tie it up. And the layup is good. Harris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Curry against Williams. Looking to get back on track here. And the basket by Curry.
Curry not settling. That's a great sign. Goes right into the defense, takes the contact, and finishes.
Williams finds Scott. To the paint. Here's Bradley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
That one is off. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
Well, he's an effective two-way player, is Avery Bradley, and he's worked very hard. You remember his early years with the Celtics, just continuing to improve to make sure he has a place in this league.
Now here's Durant, and Curry has it in the corner. Back to Durant, just 5 on the clock. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Williams for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back. This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
That's good. Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
Well, just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in.
With the scoring ability that Tobias Harris has, he can look to be even more aggressive. All the skills to be a go-to guy.
Now here's Curry. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's good from long range.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the Clippers call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Now here's Durant. Over Gallinari. And it's Durant missing. Clippers trail by 7. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Curry. Teardrop shot.
Great to see Cousins get after it on defense there. He has the size and skill needed to be a lockdown defender, especially on the interior.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
It's stolen by Bell. Williams against Thompson. Here's Cousins. The offensive rebound. He dishes it to Durant. No good with the layup.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
Well, the team needed just a bit of momentum shifting back to their side. They're excited. Let's see if they can maintain that excitement long enough to get some damage done.
Top of the key, Harris. Williams, that's a two-pointer. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Here's Curry with the 3, sinks the triple. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Count that bucket. 22 points for Tobias Harris.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Outside Durant. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Gallinari. To the inside. Harris kicks to Harrell. Outside Williams. Puts it up from 15. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter. Timeout called the Warriors.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Scott's checked in. Warriors leading by 6. Thompson outside. Now Bell. Feeds to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, some agility shown by DeMarcus Cousins, even at that size, can still get on up.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Scott. Over to the wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Curry. Shot clock at 5, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Mike Scott. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. So he gets them both.
And good aggressive basketball in that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
1:51 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Good work there as it goes.
Sometimes Steph has to challenge himself, and throughout the course of a game, sometimes it's with difficult shots like that, a passing grade, if you will.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
Curry kicks to Durant. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Great natural instincts of Durant. A good decision maker now on the pick and roll.
.121 left to play here in the 4th. Williams against Thompson. Right side, Williams, and it's good. 2 points.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Kicks it to Durant. Over Gallinari. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
This guy is a beast on the boards.
And when he gets those second chance points, G8, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 9. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Thompson against Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we talk about Lou Williams being one of those herky-jerky players, unpredictable at how he's going to score, but he will score.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team, someone the younger guys look up to.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mbaamute's checked in for Harrell. Parsons comes in for Gallinari. And Teodosic subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Cousins. Here's Ingram. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout.
And the Warriors lead by 9.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 9. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The three-pointer is right on target. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting Stephen taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Passes it to Gallinari. Williams for 3. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender. But him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive. So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, congrats on the win. How'd you guys get this done?
You know, we missed some key shots, but in the end, we just stuck together and played good defense. You know, we helped each other out, so we played real good collectively tonight.
You can always win with defense when the shots aren't falling. Thanks a lot, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.